Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This recording is about intervention strategies for group therapy for adolescents suffering from depression and anxiety. Group practice for adolescents suffering from depression and anxiety offers a wide array of benefits for social workers, spanning from increased professional effectiveness and efficiency to enhance job satisfaction, skills development, and burnout prevention. This group allows social workers to serve multiple clients simultaneously, which is especially valuable in settings with high caseloads or limited resources, such as schools or community mental health centers. Facilitating this group practice develops a unique and valuable set of professional skills for social workers, such as active listening and empathy, conflict resolution and group management, adaptability and problem solving, and effective communication. This group practice will also lead to an increase in job satisfaction for the social worker and also provide them with opportunities for reflection, feedback, and mutual support, which are protective against burnout. Intervention strategies for group work. Cognitive behavioral therapy is the most widely used research and effective group intervention for adolescent depression and anxiety. The core components of CBT are psychoeducation about depression and the CBT model, cognitive restructuring, that is identifying and challenging negative thoughts, increasing engagement in positive activities through behavioral activation, exposure exercises, problem solving and coping skills, social skills, training, and relapse prevention. Interpersonal psychotherapy will aid in improving communication skills, addressing interpersonal disputes and role transitions, and building social support networks. Mindfulness-based interventions and acceptance and commitment therapy are increasingly used for adolescents in mindfulness training, which comprises of present moment awareness and non-judgmental acceptance. ACT processes include values clarification, cognitive diffusion, acceptance, and committed action. Social skills deficits often exacerbate depression and anxiety in adolescents. This strategy allows for structured activities to teach and practice communication assertiveness and conflict resolution. The Program for Education and Enrichment of Relational Skills, which is referred to by the acronym PEERS, have been adapted for youth with depression and anxiety. Creative art therapies will provide alternative avenues for self-expression and emotional processing. The core components of this are art therapy, which helps with emotional expression, stress reduction, and self-esteem building. Music therapy, which helps with mood enhancement, anxiety reduction, and social bonding. Drama therapy involving role play, storytelling, and identity exploration. Physical activity includes group exercise and innovative approaches like self-therapy can be effective adjuncts involving group-based aerobic activities and integration with psychoeducation or CBT elements. Family members are also included to address systemic issues. This involves joint parent adolescent sessions, training in communication and problem solving, and addressing family conflict and support. Group therapy. What is group therapy? Group therapy can take place in a variety of settings, a private practice, such as private practices, hospitals, mental health clinics, and community centers. The main goal is for group members to support each other, learn from shared experiences, and work collaboratively to improve their mental health and coping skills. The therapist facilitates the sessions, helping to create a safe and supportive environment where members can express themselves openly and work toward personal growth. Group dynamics. At the beginning, group members often experience anxiety as they figure out how to interact. Over time, through the directives of the facilitator, the group establishes unspoken rules about how members communicate, share, and support each other. The group setting brings together individuals with different backgrounds and viewpoints. This diversity encourages open dialogue, challenges existing beliefs, and enriches the learning experience for everyone involved. Members provide feedback to one another, which can foster accountability and propel personal growth. This peer feedback is often more impactful than feedback from the therapist alone, as it comes from people facing similar challenges. Group members may unconsciously take on certain roles, such as being a leader, peacemaker, challenger, or quiet observer. The therapist helps the group become aware of these roles and how they affect interactions and personal growth. Emotions can spread within the group, leading to shared feelings of hope, motivation, or even anxiety. This collective emotional experience can create a strong sense of support and belonging. Disagreements or conflicts may arise, providing opportunities for members to practice healthy communication and conflict resolution skill, conflict resolution skills in a safe environment. As the group progresses, trust and cohesion typically increase, allowing members to share more openly and benefit more deeply from the therapeutic process. These group dynamics are central to the power of group therapy as they help members learn about themselves and others, practice new behaviors, and gain support in their journey toward healing and growth. Microaggressions in group therapy. Social workers should name or describe the microaggression in a non-accusatory way, such as, I noticed that comment might have felt dismissive. Can we talk about how that landed for everyone? This validates the recipient's experience and signals that such behaviors are not overlooked. Directly addressing the behavior to halt its negative impact. This may involve voicing disapproval, such as, that comment is not appropriate here, redirecting the conversation to group norms, or setting clear boundaries about acceptable behavior. The facilitator may educate the offender and the group by explaining why the comment or behavior was problematic, focusing on its impact rather than intent. Provide information about microaggressions and their effects, and encourage reflection on biases and assumptions. Issues that could arise in group sessions. With regards to emotional withdrawal, the social worker can gently acknowledge that it's okay to feel hesitant and that others may feel the same. Often nonverbal engagement engagements such as journaling, art, or anonymous question cards to allow expression without directly speaking. Check in with the individual privately outside of group, validate their feelings, and reinforce that their voice matters. In handling dominating or disruptive behavior, the social worker should establish expectations around turn taking and respectful listening from the start. Use gentle redirection by acknowledging the speaker's contribution, then guide conversation back to others. In private, the social worker should help the adolescent understand what drives their behavior and offer alternative coping strategies. In handling triggering or emotional overload, the social worker can create a safety protocol by having a plan for emotional emergencies such as grounding techniques, quiet space, or one-on-one support. Introduce mindfulness, breathing exercises, or pause signals that adolescents can use when overwhelmed. Offer time to process difficult emotions and reinforce that it's okay to feel affected. Monitor group dynamics by being mindful of who shares what and when, balancing openness with emotional safety. The concept of justice within the group therapy session. Justice in the context of group therapy for adolescents with depression and anxiety refers to the fair and equitable treatment of all group members, ensuring that everyone has an equal opportunity to participate, be heard, and benefit from the therapeutic process. This concept is especially important for adolescents who may already feel marginalized or misunderstood due to their mental health struggles. The social worker begins by facilitating a discussion about group norms that emphasize respect, confidentiality, and equal participation. Adolescents are encouraged to co-create these rules, which fosters a sense of ownership and fairness. To create a balanced environment where every voice matters, the social worker looks out for those who may struggle with self-expression and fear by actively monitoring participation, gently encouraging quieter members to share and ensuring that more vocal members do not dominate. Justice involves recognizing and validating the unique backgrounds and struggles of each adolescent. The facilitator models inclusive language, and group members are encouraged to the differences in how depression and anxiety are experienced. This helps reduce stigma and foster empathy within the group. The social worker intervenes to address any dismissive, biased comments made by any member of the group by explaining its impact and guiding the group in repairing trust. This upholds justice by protecting vulnerable members and reinforcing the group's commitment to fairness and respect. When conflicts arise, the social worker facilitates open dialogue, ensuring that all perspectives are heard and that solutions are reached collaboratively. This process models restorative justice principles, teaching adolescents how to resolve disagreements in a fair and respectful manner. Justice also means empowering adolescents to advocate for themselves and others. The social worker encourages members to express their needs, set boundaries, and support peers who may be struggling to speak up. This builds confidence and a sense of agency, which are crucial for recovery. Ethical decision-making frameworks in group therapy. I, as a facilitator, would use a structured ethical A structured ethical decision-making model, such as the general decision-making model or ethic model, grounded in the NASW Code of Ethics and explicitly incorporating cultural competence and diversity considerations during group therapy sessions. This approach ensures that all relevant ethical principles, group-specific challenges, and the diverse needs of participants are systematically addressed, leading to more ethical, effective, and inclusive group therapy practice.